everybody, my name is Amy Molinelli and I'm going to be doing a series of videos called Recycled Rhythm. They're based on some work I used to do with the LA Music Center and also other residencies where I've been teaching K-5 and even up through adults how to bucket drum. So one of the things I like to start with is what's called the cup game. Okay, and before we begin, I want to let you know you can pause the video at any time to go back and try something over, or if you have to get something. And the only material that we need today is a flat surface. I'm going to use the bucket drum that we'll be using in a future video, but any kind of table or even the floor that isn't a carpet, like a wood floor. You can put a piece of Tupperware if you need a hard surface, like a big Tupperware or something that you'll be able to have your cup rest flat. So if you're at a table, that's just great. And you're gonna need a plastic cup and one without a handle. And I have a plastic cup you would buy to throw away and use once, but any kind of plastic cup at home, an IKEA cup, or it can be any size. But just make sure it's not glass or something like that, and no handle. It has to be a cup without any kind of handle around it. Okay, so no mugs or things like that. And basically we're gonna start with it here on the table. So the other thing that I wanna let you know is I'm sitting on a stool, but if you're on the chair, what you wanna do is just sit on the edge of it and have your feet on the ground. And if you're sitting on the ground, that's fine too. But we just don't wanna be leaning back in any kind of chair and be relaxed. If you ever have seen a drummer with a drum kit, you'll see that they have a throne, what's called a throne, and it's a drum stool. And it's so that you can sit and have your body present, but if you're relaxed and leaning back, you might get a little relaxed with your time or your tempo. So make sure that we're sitting, and we're gonna start with this activity. Okay, the first thing I wanna let you know is I'm gonna always give you a cue, and it's gonna sound like this. It's gonna be 4 beats to start, and I like to do 1, 2, ready, go. So that's 4 beats. You could also do 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm gonna usually start with 1, 2, ready, go. And then our first move for the cup game is gonna be clap, clap, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. Clap, clap. One more time, here we go. Clap, clap. 1, 2, once again, clap, clap. Now the next part of a cup game is gonna be tap, tap, tap. So I'm gonna take my 2 fingers here, my pointer and my middle finger, and I'm gonna use those as my little drum mallets. And the reason I'm not gonna use my whole hand is this plastic cup is either gonna scatter or I'm gonna smush it or break it. So I'm adjusting to my instrument, right? 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, tap, tap. Same thing, one more time. Clap, clap, tap, tap, tap. One more time, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, tap, tap. Same thing, one more time. Clap, clap, tap, tap, tap. Now the next move, third move we're doing today is gonna be clap, up, down. Now I want you to notice I'm not lifting the cup way over my head. I'm just lifting it a little bit so I can keep that time. This is my pulse. It's underlying the pattern, and so that's gonna be underneath what we're doing. So here's what they look like all together. 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down. Same thing, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down. So remember, 2 claps in the beginning, 1 clap later, and it helps to say it. If you say it and you kind of learn the pattern, it'll help you actually play it. So let's try that one more time. 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down. Okay, same thing, one more time. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down. Great. The next part we're gonna do is I like to mark the rest by hitting my legs. So a rest is a pause in music, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that into the cup game. So it looks like this. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest. Same thing, one more time. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap. Okay, I'm adding that clap in there. Did you see that? 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap. Great. One more time. Here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap. Okay, next part. Are you ready? Next part that we're gonna do is just gonna be where we start to grab it. So I'm gonna, like if I were to shake your hand, I'm gonna turn my thumb down and that's where I'm gonna grab. So my thumb is down. And I'm using my writing hand, my strong hand, which is my right hand. And so I want you to do the same thing. So if you're left-handed, you're just gonna do it this way, okay? So let's try that all together and you'll watch me and then we'll do it together. 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap, grab. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap, grab. Same thing one more time. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap. Same thing one more time. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap, grab. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Okay. So we've learned half of it, and the rest of it is just 4 more beats, and that's where it gets a little tricky. So you're gonna grab it, right? And I'm gonna pick it up, and the open part is gonna hit my hand. Then I'm gonna turn it over, bounce it, turn it again, and put it in my other hand and let go. Okay, so let's just do that much. So from the grab, 1, 2, here we go. Grab, bounce, bounce, and transfer. Okay, same thing, here we go. Grab, bounce, bounce, transfer. Okay, so you've got 3 points you're doing. You're hitting it here, hitting it on the bottom, and then turning it over. And then you let go. So if I do it with my left hand, it looks like this. Grab, bounce, bounce, transfer. Okay, same thing with the left hand, just so you can see it if you're a lefty. 1, 2, with the grab, grab, bounce, bounce, transfer. Okay, so now we're gonna add that to the beginning, okay, and do that a few times. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap, grab, bounce, bounce, transfer. Same thing, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, down, rest, clap, grab, bounce, bounce, transfer. All right, same thing, couple more times. Clap, 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 down, clap, bounce, transfer. All right, awesome. Now, the last 2 things, I'm gonna stop at the end, so hold it, you're gonna be here, and we're gonna do the last 2 beats, which is gonna be your hand goes down on the table, and the cup crosses over, and that's the end. All right, 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap, grab, bounce, bounce, transfer, cross, over. I'm done. Same thing, here we go. Same thing, here we go. Review super slow, okay? 1, 2, here we go. Grab, bounce, bounce, transfer, cross, over. Awesome. And then we're gonna be able to do it, if we can try doing it twice in a row. And if you wanna review any of that, take a pause, go back and look at it, and then come back to where we are now. So I'm gonna do it 2 times in a row without stopping. Are you ready? 1, 2, here we go. Clap, clap, tap, 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 clap, up, down, rest, clap, grab, bounce, bounce, transfer, cross, over again. Tap, 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 again. Clap, clap, tap, tap, tap. Up, down, west, grab, bounce, bounce, transfer, cross, over. Good. You can take this and play it under almost any song. So even if I were to say happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear whoever, happy birthday to you. Or we could do, I know a girl that you don't know, little Liza Jane, cable car runs right by her house, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. You can put a radio song on, something from the internet if your parents are nearby, or sing a song and see if you can learn to play this while singing. That would be your next step. So next video that we're gonna do, I'm gonna end up talking about rhythm sticks and bucket drums. So think about, if you're gonna watch another video, finding something at home that maybe you could use, like a drumstick. Chopsticks are good, wooden cooking spoons are also excellent, or something that is about, similar in shape to this. All right, see you next time. Hey everybody, so I want to go over the cup game today, and so you've seen it maybe on YouTube or in some movies that have been released that have people singing and doing this cup game. I learned this as a camp counselor many years ago, and it goes like this. All right, let's get started.